share some advice. Stop being friendly to the fuck boys. Stop being friendly to the fuck boys. Stop being friendly.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video. What are the signs of a temporary man? I feel like being celibate is really opened my eyes to like the signs. Well, maybe you're not celibate, maybe you are, but I'm going to share with you the signs of a temporary man. Some of us women, I feel, we ignore the guy who's blunt. If a man up front is telling you that they just want to have sex with you, don't try to make it seem like you could change his mind, or by you putting it on him. In some cases, some women feel that if they put it on them good, that they'll stay. You feel that you can change him, you can change his mind. If a man is being blunt, if he's telling you up front that he just wants to have sex with you, take it as is and don't feel like you can change him and you can make him think otherwise. If he's being blunt and he's being honest and he's being upfront with you, you need to take it for what it is. I feel like in my experiences, any guy who just brings up sex without being direct, meaning say he's not blunt like I mentioned previously, say he's trying to feel you out, he's trying to see how far he can take it with you, he'll bring up sexual content or he'll bring up sexual scenarios or situations, and he's trying to see how you're going to react. In most cases, this guy is temporary as well. He's just trying to have sex with you without really being blunt. And so some cases that leads a girl on into believing that maybe it could be more than something that it's not. And in most cases, this is also a temporary man. Now, I've seen in all of these so far, in these first two signs, bluntness and the guy who's being indirect, I call it indirect, meaning he's not really being upfront, you could easily become a baby mama. Now, I've stated this so many times before. I know there's like this whole negative stigma around the word baby mama, but for me, it's just a matter of you being a baby mom. Like, you're not a wife, you're not just a girlfriend anymore, like you're the mother of his child. So it puts you in a situation, or it may put you in a lifestyle that you really don't want for yourself. Me personally, based off of seeing single moms and seeing how hard they have it, I don't want that for myself. So if I can weed out the temporary men that are not going to stick around, then I'm going to do that. That's just smart to me. I have nothing against women who are baby mothers. I feel like they have the hardest job. Like, you guys are like the backbone of the next generation, and I don't feel like a lot of people understand that. So let me get back to the signs. So like I stated, the first one was definitely the blunt guy. The second one is the indirect guy. The bullshitter. I call him the bullshitter, meaning that he tells you everything that you want to hear, and he's hoping that by you hearing what you want to hear, that it leads to something that is once again temporary. And the bullshitter he'll spend money on you, but he'll spend money on you just enough to satisfy you. He'll, entertain you just enough to satisfy you. He'll do the bare minimum just to get by with you. And you have to watch the bullshitter. Like, I can't stand a bullshitty ass man. Like, that is like one of the type of men that I honestly cannot stand, because they're fake, they're phony, and to me they don't have balls. Like, that's just how I feel. I'd rather have the blunt guy, maybe even the indirect, but I cannot stand a bullshitter. Like, I honestly cannot stand a man like that. The next sign, which is number 4, this guy is the one that's indecisive. He doesn't know what he wants. And this guy really reminds me of Lawrence from Insecure. I don't know if you guys watch the show, but you guys need to tune in, girl, because the show is bomb. But the man who doesn't really know what he wants, you can end up in a very temporary situation, because meanwhile, he can be dealing with you, but only dealing with you because he doesn't really know what he wants. So he's pulling you along and he's stringing you along, and somehow you get caught up in feelings with him, but with him, in actuality, he's being indecisive. He doesn't know what he wants, and it could definitely be temporary on his part. Maybe not on yours, but on his part it's temporary because he's not really into you like that. So that guy definitely reminds me of Lawrence from Insecure. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a show on HBO. You guys need to tune in every Sunday on HBO because the show, I mean, it's so real and it's so realistic. The pleaser. Now, the pleaser is a little bit different. He's a really, really nice guy. He's a gentleman. But at the same time, he is only doing what he thinks you want of him and not what he wants for himself. And this can kind of tie in with indecisive, but it's more of he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. He doesn't know how to be honest with you. He would rather be in the situation and instead of just being honest with you and just telling you, like, you know, maybe he doesn't want to be with you. Maybe he needs time to figure it out. The pleaser is going to be the guy that lies a lot. He's going to be the guy that will do what he feels that he thinks that you want him to do, but what he really doesn't want deep down inside. And it may take years for this guy to really figure it out because he's so much of a pleaser. He's so much of a pleaser to where he will put his own happiness aside to please you, and it could lead to a very temporary situation. The temporary situation, I don't want to call it a relationship, I'm calling it a situation. It could last up to years. It could last up to 2 kids. It could last up to just a whole situation. You have to watch out for the pleaser because the pleaser can definitely lead you into thinking that it's something that it's really not. So this pretty much concludes my top 5 signs, the top 5 signs that I look for in a guy to see if he is temporary or if he's here to stay longer. And typically you can tell if a guy is temporary within the first week or 2. In my opinion, I don't feel like a guy has to be around for months for you to figure it out. Within a week or 2, you can really determine if a guy is temporary or not. Now, when it comes to the pleaser and when it comes to the guy that's indecisive, you may have to weed it out a little bit, so it may take a month or so, but typically you can kind of see the signs up front. Most temporary men will always ask you, like, what you're doing, where are you, come see me. Oh my god, that's one of the ones I cannot stand. Come see me. They can't set like a time and a date. Like there's no reassurance with them. There's no persistence with them. Watch out for these type of men, you guys. I feel like it can prevent you from being a baby mama, and I'm not saying that in the sense of, oh, I'm trying to make you better than the women who are single mothers. I don't feel that I'm better than women who are single moms. I honestly have so much respect for you guys because, like I stated previously, you are the backbones of the generation behind me. You are the backbones of the generation that my kids may play with, may interact with, so you guys don't have it easy. But at the same time, I see your struggle. I can't even honestly say I understand it because I don't know what you go through on a day-to-day basis. When I lived in my last apartment, there were so many single moms, and I seen this one lady particularly. She was carrying a toddler. She had an infant in her car seat, and it was cold, you guys. Like, it was like that type of weather where it was a little bit of snow on the ground, but it wasn't a lot to where it was like a lot of snow, but it was slick outside, and she was trying to carry her toddler on one hip, carry the car seat in one hand, and also carry in her groceries. She had to decide if she wanted to leave her kids in a car, take the groceries in, or if she wanted to leave her kids in the apartment and then come back and get the groceries. Like, that day-to-day life is rough, and I don't want that for myself. And if me making this video can prevent you from being a single mom, why not? The baby mama stigma, it really needs to die because, like I said, you guys are molding the kids of the next generation. This pretty much completes this video, you guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you thought it was helpful. Also, share. Please share this video because I definitely feel like it could be helpful to to someone, to a girl, to a friend, to your homegirls, whoever. Share the video and comment your thoughts down below. What are signs of a temporary man? I may have left some out, so comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.
And it's not hot that you be leaving me messages every 10 minutes and then you stop by. When I first met you, you were cool, but it was game, you had me fooled. 'Cause 20 minutes.
We have 10 minutes and we're gonna see who can eat the most.
What is that one?